Are you ready for some election fireworks? The political landscape is heating up like never before, and the stakes couldn't be higher. As the nation gears up for another round of elections, the atmosphere is charged with anticipation, excitement, and a fair share of tension. The streets are buzzing with activity, and political rallies are drawing massive crowds, all eager to show their support for their chosen candidates. The air is thick with the promise of change, and everyone is waiting to see what the future holds. The Trump and Biden-Harris campaigns are pulling out all the stops. Both sides are leaving no stone unturned in their quest for victory. From high-energy rallies to strategic campaign events, the candidates are working tirelessly to win over voters. The campaign headquarters are hives of activity, with staff and volunteers working around the clock to ensure their candidate's message reaches every corner of the nation. The energy is palpable, and the determination is clear. This is a battle for the soul of the nation, and both sides are in it to win it. Former President Trump is going all out with military-themed events, slamming the Biden administration's Afghanistan withdrawal. He has been vocal about his disapproval, using every platform available to criticize the current administration's handling of the situation. At military events and parades, Trump has been a prominent figure, rallying support from veterans and active duty service members alike. He argues that the withdrawal has weakened America's global standing and left a power vacuum that has been quickly filled by hostile forces. His message is clear. Under his leadership, America was strong and respected on the world stage. He claims it hurt America's global standing, sparking conflicts in Gaza and Ukraine. According to Trump, the perceived weakness of the current administration has emboldened adversaries around the world. The conflicts in Gaza and Ukraine are, in his view, direct results of this perceived weakness. He points to the rise in global protests and unrest as further evidence that America's influence is waning. For Trump, these conflicts are not just isolated incidents, but part of a larger pattern of decline that he believes only he can reverse. Trump's staking his re-election on his strong military ties, even visiting Arlington Cemetery and speaking at a National Guard conference. He has made it a point to honor the sacrifices of America's service members, using these visits to reinforce his message of strength and patriotism. At Arlington Cemetery, he paid tribute to the fallen, emphasizing the importance of a strong military in preserving the nation's freedoms. At the National Guard conference, he spoke passionately about the need for a robust defense policy and the critical role of the National Guard in maintaining domestic security. These events are carefully crafted to highlight his commitment to the military and to draw a stark contrast with the current administration. But critics call him hypocritical, pointing to his own controversial past remarks about veterans. Despite his efforts to position himself as a champion of the military, Trump's past comments have come back to haunt him. Critics have been quick to remind the public of his controversial remarks about veterans, questioning his sincerity and commitment to the military community. These remarks have been a point of contention, with many arguing that they undermine his credibility and cast doubt on his true intentions. The debate over his past comments continues to be a thorn in his side, complicating his efforts to present himself as the ultimate defender of America's armed forces. Meanwhile, legal battles are brewing. The political arena is not just a battleground for votes, but also for legal challenges. As the election approaches, a series of legal battles are unfolding, each with the potential to significantly impact the outcome. These legal disputes are adding another layer of complexity to an already tumultuous election season, and their resolutions could have far-reaching consequences for both candidates and voters alike. Democrats in Georgia filed a lawsuit claiming new election certification changes could cause chaos and disenfranchise voters. The lawsuit argues that the changes to the election certification process are not only unnecessary, but also potentially harmful. According to the plaintiffs, these changes could lead to widespread confusion and disenfranchisement, particularly among minority and low-income voters. The legal battle in Georgia is just one of many unfolding across the country, each highlighting the deep divisions and high stakes of this election. Voting rights protests have erupted in response, with activists demanding fair and transparent election processes. Plus, Green Party candidate Jill Stein stays on the Wisconsin ballot, potentially shaking up the presidential race. Stein's presence on the ballot adds another layer of complexity to the election, as her candidacy could siphon votes away from the major party candidates. Her campaign events have drawn significant attention, with supporters rallying behind her message of environmental sustainability and social justice. The impact of her candidacy remains to be seen, but it is clear that she could play a pivotal role in the outcome of the election in Wisconsin and beyond. And let's not forget the debate drama. The debates are always a highlight of any election season, and this year is no exception. The candidates are preparing for what promises to be a series of intense and highly scrutinized debates. The stakes are high, and every word, gesture, and expression will be analyzed and dissected by pundits and voters alike. The debate stage is set, and the anticipation is building. Who will come out on top? Only time will tell. The Harris and Trump campaigns are clashing over muting microphones during their upcoming ABC News debate. The issue of muting microphones has become a contentious topic, with both sides arguing over the rules and format of the debates. The Harris campaign argues that muting microphones is necessary to ensure a fair and orderly debate, while the Trump campaign sees it as an attempt to silence their candidate. The debate over the debates has added another layer of drama to an already heated election season, and it remains to be seen how this issue will be resolved. It's a strategic tug-of-war as Election Day approaches. Stay tuned! The final days leading up to the election are a whirlwind of activity, with both campaigns pulling out all the stops to secure every last vote. The airwaves are flooded with ads, the streets are filled with canvassers, and the candidates are crisscrossing the country in a last-ditch effort to sway undecided voters. The countdown to Election Day is on, and the nation is holding its breath. Who will emerge victorious? The answer lies in the hands of the voters. Stay tuned for what promises to be an unforgettable election season.